We have an interesting load on the trailer. They are called hollow steel barriers. They are 15 foot long and there are 15 of them. We are delivering this to a job site. Obviously, where else could this load go? They are 50 foot long, so I have a little bit of overhang in the back, and this is going to a roadside delivery, so they're working on the road. And my appointment is 9 o'clock in the morning, which is 45 minutes from now, and I have 30 minutes to get there. So let's not waste any time. Let's get on the road before the other truck gets there at 9:30. I think they have him scheduled at either 9:30 or 10. So let's turn on the truck and vámonos. I slept really good last night. The truck next to me was a reefer truck, but reefer was on the entire night, but it was not one of those old units. I think the newer the reefers are, the less noise it makes, from what I could tell. And he was not running his truck, although his truck was a new Volvo as well. So, but he was not running his truck, so I did not run my truck either. And I slept really nice. Had the windows cracked down a little bit, and I had the fan on, honestly. I called the receiver and I asked him for a drop-in. He sent me the drop-in, but the drop-in wasn't working. I could see the coordinates, and I think it's very similar to what I'm thinking, where the load is going to be delivered. So I texted him back and said, hey, the drop-in is not working, and he didn't respond. But no problems, because on the BOL they have a description, like they have the directions and stuff. So it seems like they are doing a work right over over an underpass. I think the name of the river is like South Fork River or something like that. And the coordinates really was close to where I was thinking the load is going to be delivered. So I think we should be okay. If anything, then we will call them when we get there, but it seems like we will be okay. We are about less than a mile away from the delivery, and I don't see any sign ahead saying that there are road construction. Well, there you go. Road construction ahead. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, because usually like within a mile you have to have the sign saying that the road construction is coming up, so be careful. Looks like we are half a mile away right now. They said half a mile west of Route 335, which I just passed Route 335, so I am assuming, yeah, yes, sí señor. Good, man. How are you?
Did anybody talk to you yet this morning?
No.
Being delayed a little bit?
No, he called me and said, are you going to be there at 9? I said, yeah, I'm on time.
Okay.
Yeah, but are you guys going to be late a little bit? Yeah, no problem.
We got to set them out here on the road. They don't have the road set down yet. They're waiting on the guys to get here to set the road down.
I see. Am I okay where I am now?
I think you are.
Okay. And you just
said as soon as they get her done, we can unload you. I'll get you through off real quick. But
okay, sure.
Like I said, I called the guy that's shipping the wall, and he was supposed to call them and see if you guys got to get paid more for setting or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
There are too many people involved, so you got to go through people. No problem. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll let the guy know so he knows that I'm on site. You know.
Okay. Yeah, it'll work then.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Brady.
Hey, is Dylan available?
Yeah, I think I just called you. Wanted to see if you made it in there to that delivery.
Yeah, I did, and I spoke to the gentleman. He said that the traffic control people are not here yet, so they have to set up the cones and stuff before they can offload me. So it will take a while, he said.
I literally just saw your text message come through here. Okay, but you are over there?
Yeah, I'm on the side of the road. I don't know how long. He said he called whoever he set up the delivery with, just to let them know that it will be taking a while. What's the detention on this?
Okay. I am not sure. Let me check on that for you.
Okay.
So it's going to be $50 after every hour after the first 4 hours, up to $250.
After 4 hours, the $50 starts?
Yep, that's what I was told.
Oh, that's a little insane, because usually it's after the 2 hours, but then this is an appointment, you know? I already lost an hour or two.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just the policy that I was told.
Yeah, but the policy not fair. Yeah. He said, like, he called the people, said that if they have to get paid more, then that's what they will do.
Yeah. Well, I guess just hang in there, and we can just hopefully they get you out of there
and block my phone calls later.
They get those. I'm sorry, what?
I said I just deliver and get my phones blocked later.
Your phone what?
Like, usually what happens is that you deliver the load, and then you just have to fight it back to get, like, beg for $20 or $30. That's what happens usually.
Well, no, I mean that is our policy. I mean, that's from the customer. Yeah. I mean, if anything changes, we'd let you know. But
yeah, but FMCSA's rule is after 2 hours. So I don't know how someone can make a policy that is not complied with FMCSA's rules and regulations.
Well,
I'm already here. I can't do anything.
That,
but
right.
It would be nice to get something for it, because who knows, by the time they will be here, maybe it will take me all day. They will offload me by 2 or 3 o'clock, and I will lose today entirely and not get paid anything for it. So
yeah,
just so like.
Well, no, I mean I hope that's not the case, but I guess we'll just have to deal with that when the time comes. But we'll reach back out to you here in about 2 hours. I mean, hopefully they get everyone over there and they can start getting you unloaded. But I mean, if anything comes up, just let us know.
Okay. Could you, at the meantime, try to see if there is anything that they could do about this, as far as the pay?
As far as detention?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what I could do. I mean, that's directly from the customer, so there's nothing else that we can do about it.
Just explain the situation. Tell them that the trucker will lose the entire day, because you know how flatbed loads are. So if you don't get a load set up by 12 or maybe 1, then you're not gonna get any load for the day. So that's the only thing.
Right. Well, I mean, we're talking about something that hasn't even happened yet. So when the time comes, if we need to discuss it further, then we can. But as of right now, that's what I'm telling you. The policy is that's directly from the customer. So there's nothing we can do to change that. Yeah.
No, that's why I'm explaining it to you ahead of time, because I have been through these situations before where I am on site and they're like, oh, we'll do it later, and then what happens is that you deliver it and then they just don't answer your phone call, messages, emails after emails for $200 or something like that.
Well, that's not how we operate here, so we're definitely not going to just ignore you. But I mean, that your appointment time hasn't even started yet, so I mean, it's kind of pointless to talk about that until the time comes.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah. They pay $50 after 4 hours. Like your first $50 starts after 4 hours, and that is directly from the customer. How is that possible? I have to wait here for 4 hours and not get paid a penny for something that was appointment based. They said be here at 9 o'clock. I was here at 8:45, and now they're saying okay, so by 1 o'clock, that's when my $50 clock starts. And who cares if I get $50 or $100 for the day if I'm losing $800 to $1,000 per day? That's just insane. And this is probably the part that I hate the most about trucking. When you have a load on the truck, you can't go anywhere. You cannot drop it in the middle of nowhere. You can't say, okay, I'm gonna take it back, because if you do take it back, then it's gonna be a problem. If you wait over here, then it's gonna be a problem. If you, well, it's not going to be a problem, but it will waste your time and money. But people on the phone think that they can just tell you whatever because the load is already on your trailer. What could you do? So hopefully that is not the case. Hopefully they can unload me quickly, and we can at least get a load for today. I'm not worried about the detention that much, as long as I can get another load for today, you know. Traffic control people came. That's where they are, right behind that dump truck. They have their measurements and stuff. This is the truck number 2. His appointment was at 10 o'clock. Mine was at 9. But now it seems like he is closer than me, so maybe they will unload him first. So it is currently 1:31 in the afternoon, and in the past 3 or 4 hours they managed to put a temporary stop sign or traffic light here and another one over there. So it looks like it will take another hour before they can offload me, which means that I lost the entire day with no loads, and who knows how much of detention they will pay. I think he said detention will start after 4 hours, so now I'm 30 minutes into the detention. $25. So if you lose a day, that means usually you're losing anywhere between $800 to $1,000, but they only want to pay $50 and maximum of $250 if you wait 5 hours extra. So you have to wait 9 hours to get to $250. How insane is that? But things like that happens. You just have to look at it from a broad perspective. How many times does stuff like that happen actually? It may be once or twice a month, and that means within a year you have anywhere between 15 to 20 times. But usually you get delays, but not as crazy as this one, where you end up not having a load for the day. So, but trucking is still worth it, so I'm not complaining. So he said back in halfway, and then he will come and get me. So I backed in halfway, and I'm waiting for him to come and probably tell me to back up all the way so that I could get to the excavator, and then I can start unstrapping, because I don't want to unstrap here and then he says, hey, go ahead and back up another like 300-400 yards. And who knows what happens when you back up. So I'd like to get closer to the excavator. I think from what I know is that the excavator will follow me, and he will unload one at a time. So then we have to start from way back and then go all the way to the front where that guy is by that traffic light. One thing I was gonna say, some of the people were really upset about this construction thing, and one guy opened his door and he said, how long more is this gonna continue? I'm like, well, they just started. I don't know how long it will take them to fix that bridge, but they should have me unloaded here in an hour or so. One little mistake and people confuse themselves. People started driving where I am, where they're not supposed to drive, but somehow they were able to go through the cones and drive that way. So now these two cars need to go on this lane, but at the same time that trucker needs to go that way and turn around and come back this way so he can back into where I am and get unloaded. But at the same time we have traffic coming from here, so this is a crazy experience. I've never been to a situation where just people don't know where to drive and what lane to take and confuse themselves. But also I have never been, well, this month I have never been waiting for like 6-7 hours and lose a day. I have not been to it this month, but I've been to it, I've been to this through this situation before, so no big a deal. Beautiful Peterbilt's coming through. 389, vámonos. This is the unloading process. Basically, they take one piece at a time, they all unload it off of the truck and they piece it together here, and then I pull forward and they repeat the process all the way until they get to the piece number 15. We ended up delivering that load. It is currently 6:07 in the evening. I think I left there around 4:30. Came to the truck stop, took a shower and everything, and I had the receiver sign the time in and out, and my time in was I think 8:45 or something, but I put 9 o'clock because my appointment time was at 9 o'clock and checkout time was at 4:15. So I don't know how much they will pay me. We still have to go back and forth for the detention. I emailed the broker and he said, yeah, they will email the time in and out to the customer and see how much we will end up getting paid. But I am not worried about it. Things like that happen so many times. The only aspect of it that I don't like is that you have to fight for it every time. Most of the time, like 80% of the time, you have to fight for the detention, and that is more frustrating than the $200 or $150 extra that you get on a load. Sometimes I rather to forget about the detention and just have a better mood for the day instead of going back and forth with the broker and fight over $150 or something like that. But in this case, I lost an entire day. So I got there first thing in the morning at 9 and didn't leave here almost like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I did not get a load for today. I lost a potential revenue of $1,000 for the day. So things like that happen, but you just have to think about it from a broader perspective, like how many times it happens at this extent. I think the last time that a similar situation happened to me, it was in October of last year. Anyways, my phone is ringing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.